I think we're live now. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me get the chat opened up here. There we go. How is everybody tonight? I'm doing lots better, thank you. Add to broadcast. How come? Let me see. Brett, I don't know how to say your last name. Andrisiak. How are you doing? Perfect. Let me wait until we get some more people in here. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try to get to them. There we go. People are popping up now. Philip Fontaine, loud and clear, thank you. Deciduous Discipline, Grandma loves cheesecake. I like cheesecake too. MP Alaska, all right. Michael Gonzalez, Bakersfield, California, from the streets of Bakersfield. William Fish, loud and clear. I wonder if you're related to John Fish. I had a good friend of mine I worked with for quite a few years named John Fish. Pamela Wooten, Michael Tracy, Cody Walker, Keith, I'm going to butcher this last name, Kusera, Brenda Childers. Everybody doing pretty good? I got some explaining to do. I know this is, like I've missed probably 3 weeks of putting out videos. And hey, there's my buddy Rez Hounds. I get sidetracked. Sorry, guys. Reed Carlson, Milagro. All right. Matt Wheeler. He had, from Scotland. My gosh. Guys, we're nationwide. Hello from Imperial Valley. Juanito. ¿Qué pasó, Juanito? ¿Hable español? Muy poquito. Yo hable fuerte, trabajo. Ándale pues. Usa las palas. Brendan Can. Hi, Brett. Good to see you. Grandma loves cheesecake. Glad you're doing better. I am. I'm doing better. I had a kind of a bad couple weeks. I had some, just some, we call them episodes. And then after I have one, I have like 3 or 4 days where I feel terrible. And above all that, the weather's just been terrible. It's been up over 100 degrees every day. And the heat just kills me. I mean, I can't hardly get out. I can't get the dogs out. And I still get the dogs out, but I can't take them out hardly on the mule. I go out early in the morning in the buggy and exercise them. And that's about it. I had a video I had planned. I went out and I started to film it and everything, and it just didn't work out. And I don't want to just put out whatever. I want to share what I find interesting and what I enjoy, not just put out a video to put out a video. So, muy bueno español. Gracias. Yo hable, like I said, it's just for work. Ándale pues, donde con ganas. Más hondo, más hondo. That's what I did for years, is work with Hispanic people, and I had to learn how to speak to them. Ron Watson, born 100 degrees too hot. No kidding. But this morning was really nice. We had a rain shower that lasted until about 10 o'clock. It still got up 80-something degrees. Matter of fact, right now it's probably up close to 90-something. But it wasn't too bad. And I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I couldn't get out. But I got plans. I got some things I want to do. I wanted to try to share an old video with you guys. See, I started videoing way back. I mean, way back when I bought my property off grid, and I've probably told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. And I was setting up to live off grid, and there's all these off grid YouTube channels. So I was watching them and trying to learn how to set up my solar system and all that kind of stuff. And at that time also, I was always telling my wife these stories because I was living way up there in the mountains. And I'd go out on the mules and I'd say, oh, I seen this or I did this or whatever. And she'd say, well, you need to keep a journal. You need to write. And I did. I would write for about 3 or 4 days. and then skip a couple weeks and then write again. So decided, I said, well, I had a camera and I would take pictures, and decided I better start, I could just video, and I would start telling the story, or not really telling the story, just kind of like keeping a video vlog of my days. And then that, along with YouTube, I thought, well, I'll start uploading some of these videos. That's kind of how it started. And then back in 2018, I made this video here. I'll share it right here if you want to. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to share it. It's just a little short video. It's kind of, you can kind of see how I've aged through the years, because this video I put out in 2018, but it goes back and shows a lot of my old intros, or not intros really, but I'm just saying the date of what it is, and then I'd kind of tell what was happening. Give me some thumbs up, and I'll share it. Uh-oh, what happened to everybody? Nobody wants to see that. Oh, there they are. There they are. Let me see if I can do this. This program is different. I think I can do it. There we go. Here we go. That was my good old mule, Jet Johnson. He was a really good mule. Oh, when you guys watch this, you'll see that, can you hear it okay? Let me know if you can hear it okay. This is new to me. And I started making videos a long time ago, long before I even thought about putting them on YouTube. It's July 27th, 28th, something like that. It is September 14th, I believe. See, it's September 29th. Well, it's a beautiful morning this morning. Look at that young guy. Kind of overcast, a little rainy. Today is October 2nd. Yesterday is October 1st. October 9th. It's Thursday. No, it's Wednesday. I think it's a 30. Let's see, it's Saturday morning, January 6th. Today, Tammy, today's the 12th, February 12th, 24th of November, November 10th. Today's the 12th, today's Tammy's birthday. Today is November 25th, December 2nd. Today, February something. I think it's the 20th. December 29th, the end of February. December 28th. January, I don't know, 22nd, 20th. The 24th of January. January, I believe 28th. November 2nd. Thursday, November 8th, I believe. November 15th, Thursday. November 24th. Sunday, January 25th. November 28th. December 7th. December 29th, 28th, 29th. I don't even know how many days there is in December. It's January 3rd or 12th. It's January, I don't know, it's Wednesday, January 22nd or 23rd. It's January, I think 25th. It is February 2nd. It is, I don't know, it's Saturday afternoon, the 23rd, I think, of February. April 8th, something like that, I don't know, it's a Wednesday. It's Wednesday, April 24th, May 2nd. Today is, what's today? Today's July 9th or 10th? July, what, 10th? Look how little my grandson July is. 10th. September 11th, 9/11. I don't know, March 7th. 8th of March, July 24th. July 18th. August 17th. Today is August, what, 18th? It was just a way of me keeping track of some of my hunts, and the problem with a lot of those videos is there's no story to them, you know, and I used cheap cameras, you know. At first it's just a kind of a point and shoot camera, and about halfway through the through the day my battery would go dead, or I had SD cards that didn't have much memory on them, so it would get full. And anyway, it's like I said before, I started my wife had always told me that I should keep a diary, and I was just too lazy to ooh, easy, Jet Johnson. It was just, yeah, just too lazy to write, you know. I still try to write things down, or journal things, I guess is what they call it. You know, I'll do it for like a week. Let me see if I can share this. I'll show you my those were all my journals I had. But the video Let's see if I can get this. But the video, I started out with like well, first I had one of the old GoPros, then I had this Garmin Verb. No stabilization, no nothing. All the video was real shaky. But I usually always videoed. Anyway, I was thinking that maybe if I can figure out how to edit it, and maybe with these new AI, I don't know nothing about AI, but maybe with the new AI, excuse me, I can figure out a way to stabilize it through the computer. I don't know. If any of you guys know how to do that, let me know. Bonepile, good way to explain missing an anniversary. You show a habit of forgetting what day it is. When I lived up there, I didn't pay that much attention to what day it was. I just went. Anyway, let me see if I can do this. I wanted to go through some of these questions that I've had on the channel, and guys got to bear with me. I can edit video and stuff, but I have a hard time sometimes with going live here. See, I lost the chat. Heck, I don't even know where I'm at here. There we go. See, on YouTube, they have, in the comment section, you can filter them by questions, I think. Sort by newest. Haven't responded to. Well, you used to be able to. Can't find it now. Well, can't find it now. Anyway, if you have any questions or anything, shoot them in the chat, and try to answer them the best of my ability. Reed Carson says it's raining where he's at. We did have some rain this morning, which is not, I mean, our annual rainfall here is probably only about 12 inches a year, and I bet the last few years we haven't got 6 inches. Bill Atbury, love your videos. Wish I could still ride. Miss it very much. I'm now 72 years young, but broke back twice. Man, I know how that goes. I not broke, but I had a back problem there. As y'all probably remember, I brought it up on one of my videos. That's no fun at all. Another excuse. I've been helping my mom and my dad. My mom is 90 years old, and my dad is 91 years old. And matter of fact, my dad goes 90 miles an hour. He doesn't slow down. I mean, he just keeps going. And my mom's in not real good shape. She's all right, but she broke her back, and then she's her memory's kind of going. And today, my dad stood up too quick, got dizzy, and fell down. So we were over there all afternoon with him, and but he was feeling good. He was doing good. He's the toughest man I know. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I got an interview somewhere where I sat down. And I think that's a good idea with your folks, and I sat down and interviewed them, videoed it, and recorded it, their story, you know, where they came from, and kind of their life story. It's amazing that, you know, somebody who's 90 years old, can you imagine the changes they've seen in this world? It's crazy to think about. Just the changes I've seen in my world is crazy. Free man, let's see. I had a question up here. Love you. Wish I could still. Hello from we. Where's we, Keith? How's your health doing? I'm feeling a lot better right now. Free man, yes sir. I stay debt free, and I mean, what do they say? What's that saying? You can measure a man's freedom by the amount of things he can live without. I believe that. Just to thank you for your videos and narration. Oh, thank you. Hi from West Virginia. Love the videos. Thank you. Keith, West Virginia. William Fish. What's the average price of mules down there? Indiana, not so bad. You know, they're getting real expensive. My mules, I paid 5,000. My Bonnie and Clyde, I paid $5,000 a piece for, and I drove to Nevada and bought them sight unseen. But I had a good feeling about it. My first two mules I bought was Jet and Jenny, and Jet was an unbelievable mule. If you watch some of the videos of him, he's you could get off and hike, throw the reins over his neck, and he would just follow me like a dog. And I'd get off and wander off, and if there was some grass there, he would stay there. Agnes was the same way. She wouldn't leave. She wouldn't follow me, but she would stay put. Bonnie's a little different story. I'm afraid she might find something more interesting and leave me, but she's a young mule too. But those two mules, I paid $3,000, $1,500 a piece for them. And there was a friend of mine called, said that his buddy was getting a divorce, and the wife got the mules in the divorce. And he told me they were good mules. And I've told that story before, how I ended up riding mules. Now, I've rode horses all my life. I was raised on a quarter horse ranch. I showed, I competed, I calf roped when I was a kid. I rode a few cutting horses, not like my dad. My dad cut all over the place. And but then I got into team roping, and I team roped a lot, and I team roped at a fairly high level. And I'd never been around mules. And I was hunting on a ranch back off over here, and I was way up there in these big old round volcanic rocks, and riding up through there. And the rancher, I was riding a real nice little 3-year-old gelding that I had. And I came down off the mountain, and I was down there, and the rancher met me, and he said, "Oh, you're riding your nice little gelding up here." And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "You know what?" He said, "For what you do," he said, "you need to get a mule." And that's when he pointed his finger at me. He said, "But get a good one." And I was lucky. Now, the first Jet was a super good mule. If I would have rode Jenny, she wasn't mean or anything. She had, you could pack anything on her. You could pack a bear, lion, deer, elk, anything you wanted to on her. She was good. But if you were out riding her by herself, she would sull up on you like nothing you've ever seen. I mean, if she would have been the first mule and that had happened, I'd have probably never been on another mule. But Jet was a good mule. Agnes was a real good mule. And Bonnie's making a good mule. And Clyde's a good mule. I've rode Clyde. I need to ride him more out in the rough country. And but usually I just pack him. He's a good pack mule. Let's see. Let me go through some of these comments again. Did you ever spend time in Flagstaff years ago in the horse and mule scene? No, I never did. I worked in Flagstaff one time when I was doing construction work. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate the prayers. I do. He raised you. He has to be tough. Yeah, well, he's tough. I mean, he's a heck of a lot tougher than I've ever been. Saludos, Bren Ramon de Argentina. Tengo dos galgos. I got 2 galgos. I think that's a horse, right? My Spanish isn't that good. You're an awesome son. Lucky to have your parents so long. I am very lucky. It gets hard, but have to agree with changes. Yeah. Steve Riddle, Alberta, Canada. That's cool. Howdy from Arkansas. Hey, a buddy of mine has a YouTube channel from over there. I don't know if you guys ever heard the song. My wife wrote me a poem, and if you get a chance, his name's Hayden Powell. He's got a YouTube channel called Ouachita Mule School, and he put that poem to music. It's really good. I used it in one of my last, I think it was my second or third video back. And one of these days I'm gonna go ahead and make try my hand at making a music video out of it, because it's, of course, my wife knows me better than anybody, and she wrote that song about when I was working, doing construction work and trying to make a living like that, and the struggles I had doing it. The wisdom is good. I miss my folks. Yes, I hate the thought. Sorry I missed the beginning. I will catch up later. Glad to see you, Brett. Hey, Mr. Anderson. Good to see you. Pamela Wooten. My dad was a tough old cowboy, and I sure miss him and my mom. I bet. Grandma loves cheesecakes. I can't get over that name. Looking for another one and talked to someone this morning in 20,000. Wow, I about died. Hey, they had a. Did you see that mule? I think another channel, good mule channel, is Mountain Built, and they have a video about that mule that brought $90,000 at that Chrome of the Canyon sale up in Utah. I think is where that sale is. $90,000. Jeez. But there's some times hanky-panky goes on at those sales too. Hello from Burns, Oregon. Oh, thank you, Victoria. I heard there was a mule that went for 90,000. There you go. We were just talking about that not long ago. Here about 1,000 ahead. Not many mule riders here. I think, you know, a good saddle mule that's already broke to ride and is pretty dependable. I think you can still go out and pick them up, you know, $5,000. I think that's probably. I mean, if it's broke and rides good and has been out and about, I think that's pretty good. I took Bonnie to the roping the other day, just trying to expose her to. I think I included that on a video, trying to expose her to the sounds and the noises and all the commotion, other horses and stuff around. Heck, I might ride her in a parade one of these days. Kentucky, John P., Tommy Lawson. Hey, Brett, from Southern Oklahoma. Grandma loves cheese. Yes, I watched them. Southern Colorado Outdoors. Brett, was Peso glad to see you? Todd, yeah, he is real glad to see me. And I've had him out. You know, I go out in the buggy and take him out and exercise. And he doesn't get too far away from me now. He stays pretty tight. I think he kind of learned his lesson. Todd, Troy Barbert. Hey, I haven't been on in a while. Hope you're doing well. How's Chris, Benny, and everyone doing? I just talked. Chris was just called me just a little while ago. He's doing real good. And he has the live show every Wednesday night on that Anecdote of a Houndsman on his channel. So if you're interested in that, go over there and check it out. I haven't been getting on it, and then I haven't been doing my other one on Monday nights. I've just been too busy. That 90K was friends of mine. Oops. Oh, man. You've got some rich friends. Regina, wow, I watch Hayden Powell also. That's awesome about the song. I watched that video where you had the song going as you were riding. Yeah, I played a little bit of it. There's a whole lot more to it. I just want to try my hand at trying to make a regular, like an old-fashioned like music video. Interview stories and tales. How did that get on here? Who's on there? That's my other channel. That must be Chris. Go to the Amish and buy a mule. Well worth the monies you spend. Yeah, and I've always heard their mules are good. Real good. I think that's Chris on that channel. Gaming with Grandpa, 420. Well, Mom said I wouldn't live to see 18. Today I turned 73. Love you, Mom, and born 100 years too late. Best wishes. Well, that's great. I like your name. Gaming with Grandpa. Bone Pile. There's Bone Pile. They finally let you have your phone in the loony bin. Yeah, they let me talk on this thing. Anecdote of a Houndsman. There he is. Oops. Wrong account. I was wondering, like I was talking to myself. My old mule went for $21,000. Sold at Salmon, Idaho sale. Swindler got him cheap from me. Cheap. That's a pretty good price for a mule. I think. I don't know. Of course, we don't have. I mean, I don't demand a whole lot from my mules. They just got to get me from point A to point B safely. And of course, I got to like them. They got to be pleasant to be around. I've got another mule out there, Ruth. You've probably seen her on some of my videos. I've packed her a lot. And I've never been able to get her to really trust me, though. And because I'm out by myself all the time and, out in that rough country and stuff, and her not trusting me has caused me not to trust her. So I haven't rode her out in the rough country. Deciduous discipline. Ever seen any strange lights in the sky at night in those remote areas? Yeah, I have. Sometimes I think it's just like satellites, or I guess that's what you see. And then Elon Musk's things going across the sky. I've seen those before. But I've never seen Bigfoot or anything like that either out there. I know there's a guy who has a YouTube channel. That's all he does is talk about Bigfoot, Sasquatch and Bigfoot. I don't know. I think with all the game cameras we have nowadays, that if there really was a Bigfoot, surely somebody would have a picture of him. Grandma loves cheesecake. Yes. Troy Bear. Yeah, I haven't been on in a few months. Work been a little hectically. I understand. I understand, Troy. Tim B, if I was to get a mule, I would have to go to a trainer. I haven't been on a horse in almost 41 years. Yeah, I don't know. That was something that I see a lot of guys or a lot of these gurus, the trainers, they in the horse world and then also in the mule world where they're big on Instagram, I think, and then they sell courses and stuff like that. And I think for the most part, I think most of them are good. But what they do have that we've always lacked, and my dad lacked it too, is the gift of communication well, to be able to explain what they're doing. And I can remember it just like it was yesterday. My dad telling me, said, "Don't let that horse do that. Don't let that horse. Don't do that. Don't do it that way. Don't." And pretty soon he'd say, "Hey, give me that horse," and I'd have to get off, and he'd get on and correct him. And it was just because he couldn't communicate it well. And I have the same problem. I wouldn't want to be some kind of guru. That was me, Brett. I was signed in. I thought it was you, Chris. You're putting in for the draws in New Mexico. Yeah, I drew a heck of an elk tag. I drew a deer tag and an elk tag, and my elk tag's in really good country. My deer tag's up by my old camp. And last couple times I've been hunting up there, we have a lot of coos deer up there, whitetail. And I'd like to get a good whitetail buck. Tim B, wow, I've been laid up with double walking pneumonia. I haven't got a hold of anyone yet. This is my first day I gotten out of bed. I hope you get better, Tim. Our prayers are with you. Cody Walker, mules are a lot more plentiful out east. They're a little cheaper this way. Yeah, I bet. I'm like I think it was Chris that said about the Amish. That would be a good place to go find a good mule. Do you know mud floods? No, I don't know, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Bell, Tartaria. Beaver smashing. Hey, I caught the live, and Brett is talking about strange lights in the desert sky. Shoot. All right, I'm in. I keep looking. Maybe one of these days I'll run into an alien, and he'll abduct me for a little while, or she, it. Daryl Blanton. I lived in Arizona for 1 year and moved back to Kentucky. I really miss the Southwest scenery. Thanks for your videos. I really like your adventures. That's what's cool about out here. I mean, here where I'm at right now, it's a dry old nasty desert, but man, we've got lots of open country, lots of BLM land to ride through, lots of country to go and explore and ride. I can ride right out the back of my house here and go for days, really. Tim B, it got me too. I was sick for a full week. Wow, and you came close to Sasquatch. You seen Benny and shirt off. Yeah, no kidding. If you were gonna draw a picture of Sasquatch, and you'd use Benny's body. Tim B, if there was a Bigfoot, some houndsmen would have ran it by. Yeah, my dogs would have trashed on him. William Fish, how old is Fat Lori? She seems to keep up pretty good with the younger dogs. Yeah, Lori's got to be. She's got to be 10 years old. And a more worthless hound there's never been. She will bark on a track, but that's about it. Grandma loves cheesecake. Walker is trying to true east-west with the flying out right them trust an issue me getting. Okay. Australia from down under. Judah Elliott. Thanks for stopping by. Unit 16. 16B, I believe, Mr. Anderson. Dale Wadsworth, good hunting, Brett. Thank you. Tim B, thank you. Brett, good luck on your hunts. Have to go. Good night. Jerk number 2. No, I didn't find them. I had Grandma Loves Cheesecake says, Brett, you finding your mules online Facebook? No, I had a friend call me about those 2 mules in Nevada. Sight unseen, I called the lady and I talked to her. What had happened, they were her father's mules, and he had passed. And she was selling them, and I just had a feeling. I just figured they were they were good because I drove all the way to Nevada to get them. And I think I did all right. I mean, Bonnie's a good mule. Bonnie has what I call ADD. You know, Jet Johnson, even Agnes, you could be going down the trail, you drop the reins on their neck and just kick back and take a nap, and they would stay on the trail. Bonnie won't do that. She's always wondering, looking, wondering. And that might just be age. She's young. There's not a mean bone in her body, though. I mean, you can pick up all of her feet, pound nails in, shoe her, and I've never seen anything that bothers her too bad. Troy Barbera, I can't train anyone to do anything. I just don't have the patience. Well, the patience, and then those gurus, those trainers, they have the talk. I mean, they can communicate so well. Pamela Wooten, I have to stick to fishing these days with a bad back. Oh, miss the deer and elk hunting days. Fishing, I love to fish, but fishing is pretty sad around this part of the world. Not many play. We got a couple lakes up here. I used to go fish up there every now and then. I'd take my grandson. I'm sure the elk will be tied to a tree waiting for you. I hope so. I hope there's a big bull tied to a tree. Maria Landres Pedres. Hola, sir, me encantan sus videos. Saludos. Gracias, Maria. Garland Turner, there's my buddy right down the road. Hola. September archery tag right here. Up to Emery Pass. That's a good one. I seen a picture on Facebook, Garland, of someone was up by the springs up there, and man, there was deer everywhere. Shot Offit, how's them $50,000 mules? I don't have any $50,000 mules. I'd be scared to pay that much money for a mule. Have you ever gone to Mule Days in Bishop, California? No, I haven't. You should look at their website. Full schedule in May of 2026. That'd be fun to go to. They just had that sale up in Colorado, that horses, hounds, and mules sale. And I couldn't make it. Of course, I'm not in the market to buy anything. I got plenty of hounds, and I got my mule, so I'm all right. And I didn't have anything to sell. Whoop, what happened? Oh, I lost you for a minute. Carmen loves you. I remember the video of them. Yep. I made that video. William Culver, 16B. Oh my, we may see each other. Just don't shoot the one with the red ear tag. If it's got horns, it's legal. Caught the live a little late. I backed up the video to the front. Well, you're getting caught up, Gary. Michael Supply. Hello from Belgium. Ah, Belgium. Wow, that's cool. Glad you found your dog back. Great job. Thank you, Michael. Is that how you pronounce your name? Am I seeing that wrong? Or maybe is it Michelle? Big Joe. Saludos de Oakland, senor. When can I come on a ride? I got a packing goat. Hey, that'd be cool. I seen there's a guy got a channel. He's got a bunch of pack goats. A YouTube channel. I don't know. Wait until it cools off. Let me know you're coming this way, and we'll make a circle together. Tom Shora, you're looking great. Oh, thank you. I can't wait to see your videos. Take care, and God bless you. And God bless you too, Tom. Thank you. Papa Frog 777. Hey, Brett. Hi from Militigan. Man, some of these names. Gary Williamson. Hope you're feeling better. I am feeling better. Pamela, I remember Dad took us to Elephant Butte Lake back in the 80s. Nice lake. Yeah, I fished Elephant Butte. Matter of fact, my oldest daughter lives right up there in the town of Elephant Butte. She says, hey there from Omiria, Brazil. Wow, that's so cool. Chrome in the sun. I thought it was Chrome in the Canyon, that sale. Hello from Washington State, the high northeast. Okay, guys, any questions, anything you need to know or want to know? I'm here. I do have plan on going out and filming a video this week. What I'd like to do, see what you think. It won't be on mules. It's just too hot to go very far right now. I got to wait a little while. but I still want to ride the Butterfield Trail. I still want to go. I want to ride right out of my yard, go up Faulkner Canyon, hit the Butterfield Trail, and go west to Arizona on it. But the one thing I need to do is I need to go and do some reconnaissance, and I don't want to stay on a dang road. And there's roads that zigzag all the way through there, and I'm sure that I will have to stay on roads from time to time. But I'd like to cut across and stay as true to the trail as I can. So what I need to do is I'm going to take my buggy, and I think I'm going to drive out through there, take extra gas, and go ahead and take all my packing equipment, take my sleeping bag and everything, and go and see if I can mark me out a route so I can find where the gates are and where the water is and where I can stash some feed for the mules along the way. I mean, we've had some rain, so there's going to be some good grass, and I can hobble them and everything, but I'd like to, carry some or stash some extra feed so I don't have to pack so heavy. I just want to take one pack mule. I don't want to take two pack mules. See how it goes. So I might leave out of here, I don't know, here soon, and just take the buggy. I'll video it. I know that born 100 years too late, and I call it a buggy. It's a UTV. I don't even remember what kind it is. I use it to go exercise the dogs and run around the place here. Cheesecake shoot. Yeah, sorry. Let's see if I can catch up here. Don't know the hunting dog lingo, but it sure is exciting when they start howling and get riled up. How many dogs do you have? Oh, man, that's kind of like asking how much money a guy's got in the bank. I got enough. My wife might go out. My wife might be watching this. And if she found out how many dogs I got, she might not like that. But I got enough. I had two complete packs, a pack of females and a pack of males. And I usually don't hunt them together. I will take a spayed female and hunt her with the males sometimes. But that's all I'll do. But yeah, there's nothing like seeing them, when you're free casting out there. And free casting is when you don't have a track yet. You just put the dogs on the ground and you're riding through the country. And you see that dog go over there and he's smelling the ground. That tail starts wiggling like that. And then you hear him say, "Boo." And then he moves up, "Boo," and he starts tracking. And hopefully it's a lion. That's what we care about, is trailing a lion. And then you go up there and you find that big old lion track there. That, to me, that's as fun as it gets. Whether you catch the lion or not, just trailing through the country, seeing where the lion travels and everything, that's where it's at for me. Cheesecake got your back. Mac Photography. Do a video on Oro Grande. I've been through Oro Grande several times, from Alamogordo driving down to El Paso. Beaver Smashing, how many videos do you have on your channel of you taking a lion with the hounds? I've seen a couple of you treeing them, but that's it. That's all I show. I don't think there's any benefit to anybody. And I mean, really, that's when the hunt's over. When you think about it, everything about hunting a lion is about first finding the track and then being able to trail him up and then get him caught. Then that's it. If you're going to shoot something, it's like shooting a bucket. There's nothing to that. So I don't think that benefits anybody. You show that, and then the antis, that's all they care about. They'll see it and they're able to clip it and show it. And I don't think it benefits the community at all. William Fish spent the age of 16, 17 working in Montana and Wyoming. Miss it, but went to the Army. Never made it back. Thanks for your service. Michael Tracy, are you going to ride the mule when you go hunting? Will your dogs track elk or deer? I won't take any hounds, but I'll ride the mule because 16B is a wilderness area. So I'll be, ideally what I want to do is I want to go up there. And that's another video I want to make. You might have heard me talk about the old man, and he kind of influenced me a lot for what I do. Besides my dad. My dad packed, and he packed in the wilderness and stuff. But there was an old man, an old saddle maker. And matter of fact, he made my first 2 saddles for me when I was a little bitty guy. And his name was Mr. Mars. And my dad always talked about where his camp was up there. He said, well, if you ride into his camp, him and his wife, Mr. Mars and his wife, Mildred, they used to go up there, and this is way back. Mr. Mars was an old man when I met him, and I was young, and he had mules. And they'd pack up in there, and they would stay for a month at a time, him and his wife. And Dad said when you found his camp, he said if you look around, you would see, you know, like the logs where they made chairs out of them, and he had scattered it all before he left. But and I'm sure, you know, most of it's probably gone. Fires might have got it, or you know, they rotted out or anything. But I want to go and see if I can find his camp. And there is a spring up there called Mars Spring, Marrs. And so I'm sure that his camp is right in there somewhere. So that's a place I want to go see and kind of tell the story about Mr. Mars and make that video. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It's beautiful country up there too. Southern Colorado outdoors. Rest well, Brett. See you on the next video. 10B. It's a Can-Am. Yeah, it's a Can-Am, Tim. It's a Can-Am Defender. Oh yeah, and it's all decked out. It's even got an air conditioner in it. But my wife said if I was going to get one, I might as well get a nice one. So that's what I did. Bill Atterbury, keep taking care of your mom and dad. They come first. You're right. Love watching your videos. Take care of yourself also. Thank you, B.L. Atterbury. Keith Kuser, I mangle that last name. Have you ever heard of Bill Carr of an 1896 time frame out of Las Cruces area? No. Sounds familiar, but I can't place it right now. Tell me some more. Ron Watson, I'm back. Welcome back. Bonepah. Chris Watson, where's my hat? Steve Riddle, thank you. Greetings from Switzerland. Love your videos. Thank you. Man, look at that name. If you guys can see the chat. Zurihegel. And the U's got those two little dots on top of it. Whatever that means. Grandma loves sheep. Brett, do you ever do a guided tour for a few days? Might be worth the money to do it. I haven't. I go to a deal, matter of fact, over in Arizona that Chris Watson puts on every year. Well, he put it on last year and I went, and he's planning on putting it on this year over in Young, Arizona. And I plan on going over there and camping. No mules or anything. We don't do any rides. I've had several people in the comments of my videos ask if I ever do a get-together or a deal where people can come and we can ride. I've never done it. There's Mr. Turner. Thanks for the great discussion, everyone. Anecdote of a houndsman. I have to find one with a picture on it. Bonepah. Oh, that's to Bonepah. Kurt Webb. Hey, Brett. First time seeing you live. Just wanted to say thank you for all of the interviews you did with all the old-timer houndsmen. It's so cool to hear their stories and what they did back then. Yeah, guys, I got another YouTube channel where I do interviews and stuff, where I talk to some of these old-time cowboy houndsmen that kind of fascinate me. They're a different breed altogether. He was a cowboy involved in the Albert Fountain mystery. Oh, that'd be interesting. We need to talk sometime, Keith, if you know much about it. Jim Kennedy, I agree about not showing the kill on lion hunts. Some here show hog kills, and the anti-hunting crowd go more crazy. Yeah, I don't. For people who don't know any different and they see it for the first time, it's not a good impression. That's the way I see it. Ron Silva, hello from Elmar, California. Love the channel and your stories. Thank you, Ron. Palmoon. It is so nice and young. Yeah, it is. Beautiful country up there. Grandma loves cheese. I couldn't because of age and health, but some young people might enjoy. Yeah. Anecdote of a houndsman. And you can bring the mules or hounds or even the wives. Bear, lion, and deer open that weekend of August. There you go, Chris. William Fish, love your videos. Bring some of the best memories I've ever had. Thanks. Time for an Hondo. Ah, there you go. Amy Fernandez, have you seen a book called Arizona Trails and Tales by Charles D. Lauer? Interesting stories about the Old West. No, but I'll write it down. I do read a lot. Anything else, guys? Keith, I know too much about it. I believe Bill Carr was an alias Brushy Bill Roberts used at that time. That's cool. I'd like to hear the Albert Fountain thing and everything. Years ago, I got some of those books here. I read quite a bit about it, but it's been a long, long time ago. I got into, Keith, at one time I got into treasure hunting, and all those old stories like that would come up when I was researching supposed treasures, and really interesting. Viewer session. I definitely understand that about showing the kill. I enjoy learning about how you guys do it and watching you and the hounds track. The scenery is bonus too. Thank you. Pamela Wooten. I got to cook supper. Thanks, Brett. What's for supper, Pamela? Patriot Preacher just popped in to say howdy from Appalachian, Ohio, Brett. All in the chat. Thank you, sir. Good to see you live. Take care. Thank you, Donna. Brett and all have a... Thanks. Grandma loves cheesecake. Love the name. William Culver, I just want to thank you for all the content you provided to all of us over the years to take us back into our childhood. Sometimes I never miss an episode, so thank you. Thank you very much, William. I appreciate that. Jeremiah, there he is. Howdy, Brett. Been a spell. Yeah, that's why I kind of decided I better go live, let everybody know I was still alive and that I still got plans. I still got places I want to go, things I want to see, stories I want to tell, lots of things I still want to do. I just got to get through this heat. I think what makes me feel as bad as anything is this heat. I do a lot better in the cold than I do in the heat. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Like and subscribe, all that stuff you're supposed to say on YouTube. And I appreciate every one of you that watch the videos. I really do. It means a lot to me. I'm just an old man that thought he would be a YouTuber. Amy Fernandez, if you cannot find that book, I can send you a copy. Cool. Oh, he's talking to Jim today. Got himself in trouble in 1895, wound up in northern Mexico with the Yaqui Indians. Cool. Okay. All right, guys. I get sidetracked reading comments. Thank you very much. Look for a video this Sunday. I'll have one come out. And like we say, onward and upward. That's the watchword.